coverage. I feel so much better knowing my family has protection.
Call AIG Direct right now for a free no-obligation quote. The call takes less than 5 minutes, and you can save up to 70%. Call now, 1-800-500-0983. That's 1-800-500-0983. 1-800-500-0983.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM. KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. The hunt for two convicted killers who escaped from an upstate New York prison last weekend now involves several states. People in Dannemora, the small town near the prison, are on edge.
We locked the door, and like everybody else, we're locked and loaded.
High-level sources tell Fox that they believe Joyce Mitchell, a female employee at the prison tailor shop, provided the inmates with the power tools used to make their escape.
Fox's David Lee Miller. The cleanup cost of last month's oil spill off the Santa Barbara coast is at $69 million, $3 million a day.
The official cause of the break in the pipeline hasn't been determined, but federal investigators found extensive external corrosion of the pipeline near the break. So far, officials say they found 161 dead birds and 87 dead marine mammals.
Fox Radio's Jessica Rosenthal. Stocks rose sharply, breaking a week-long slump. The Dow jumped 236 on optimism Greece can work out a deal with creditors. Fox News. We report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer.
Hi, this is Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor. I'd like for you to join me on my talk show this weekend. What I do is teach people how to go the natural organic route. I stir up trouble, too, because I throw out some things that a lot of people just don't think are correct. You know what? We have a lot of experience to back up what we recommend. Have healthier gardens and more fun gardening. Join me this and every weekend.
Join Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, every Sunday morning from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Hey folks, Mike Krejci here, sales manager of 660 a.m. The Answer. If you are a business owner, I want to talk specifically to you. If you were listening to our station over the last few days, you'll know that we've been supporting one of our favorite charities, Cure International, by offering our Business Benefactor Program. We've had some terrific businesses step up to support the cause, but we need a few more to join in. We are trying to heal kids in Haiti who were born with a condition known as clubfoot. Your gift will help heal a child so they can run, dance, and play and have a chance at a normal life. 100% of this gift goes to help these children. Here's how the Business Benefactor Program works. Your business donates $2,800 to Cure International, and in exchange, you'll get an advertising campaign to run on 660 AM The Answer during the next 90 days, absolutely free. So you'll be helping your business and these kids all at the same time. Call me today to get started. My number is 214-561-9103. That's 214-561-9103. One more time, 214-561-9103. Thank you.
Save this day, June 25th at 6:30 p.m. Hi, I'm Jon-David Wells from The Wells Report here for Walt Parker and InvestingMakesMeSick.com. June 25th at 6:30 could be the day and time that you take the first step in learning how to manage your investments. Simply make plans to join me at their dinner seminar at Papado Restaurant in North Dallas. No fuss, no hassle, great education on investment choices other than stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or annuities with a no-cost meal to boot. You'll learn why you should understand your investments. You'll also find out why they prefer the We Come to You service. They know you've worked hard for your money. Getting the information you need to help you choose how to invest it is the next step. To reserve your spot for this free seminar at Papado Restaurant in North Dallas, call 972-463-3833, 972-463-3833, or register by logging on to InvestingMakesMeSick.com. All investments involve risk. Investments may be considered speculative and incur substantial fees and expenses borne by the investor. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Titan Securities. InvestingMakesMeSick.com and Titan Securities are not affiliated.
Summer is here, and many of you will be experiencing air conditioning issues. The Good Contractors List is here to protect you from the air conditioning companies that upsell and take advantage of homeowners when their systems break down. We've hand-selected the most honest and affordable air conditioning companies in DFW, and we back their work with our own $10,000 guarantee. They've all agreed to offer a free second opinion if you're being told you need to replace your equipment. Find guaranteed contractors from every field at thegoodcontractorslist.com.
Only at the Good Contractors List.
Hi, I'm John Hill, founder of the Good Contractors List, and I'm here to warn you about a coming invasion.
Invasion of the Storm Chasers.
Yep, it's storm season, the time when everyone and their brother thinks they can be a contractor, and thousands of out-of-towners swarm the DFW area to capitalize on damages caused by storms. You don't ever have to fall prey to a storm chaser. Go to thegoodcontractorslist.com and find local home services backed by our $10,000 guarantee.
Only at the Good contractors list.
Dentist office, may I help you?
Hi, I'd like to cancel my teeth whitening appointment.
Oh, may I ask why?
I found a teeth whitener that works in 5 minutes that I can do from home.
Can I ask what it is?
It's called Power Swabs, and it whitens your teeth in 5 minutes, doesn't leave my teeth feeling sensitive, and it's a lot less expensive than visiting the dentist.
Hi, I'm John Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. And if you want to whiten your teeth 2 shades in 5 minutes and 6 shades in 7 days, then try Power Swabs. There's no messy strips or trays that you'll have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth and you're done. It removes stains on natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. Try Power Swabs risk-free by calling 1-800-281-4037. That's 1-800-281-4037. I guarantee your friends and coworkers will be wowed by your new white smile. Try it risk-free and get free shipping and handling today. Dial 1-800-281-4037. That's 1-800-281-4037.
Have you been holding out for a good deal to replace your old AC system? Well, now there's a new program that's too good to pass up. I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning. You've probably already heard that you can save over $3,500 on a new Infinity system with Carrier's Cool Cash, but did you know that for a limited time, you can also get an additional $1,000 off from your utility provider? That's right, and when you combine these two programs, we're talking saving over $4,500 on a brand new AC system that can cut your electric bill in half. But the utility funds are limited, and the program will end when the money runs out. So right now, we're scheduling free estimates on a first-come, first-served basis. Call us now, or if you want, call 2 other companies first, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, and you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Our number's 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-968-7437, or online at ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
If you've got questions, we've got answers. 660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. We're talking about this this mess in McKinney. Mess in McKinney. There have been a couple of groups that have made some pretty seriously bad statements and bad moves, in my humble opinion. Channel 5 NBC DFW reports that local, state, and national activists have gathered in McKinney to question why the former police officer under investigation for his actions at a community pool party was allowed to resign. Communicating through his lawyer, Corporal Eric Casebolt stepped down from the McKinney Police Department and apologized yesterday. Actually, it was this morning. A resignation will leave no marks on Casebolt's Texas Commission on Law Enforcement file. There would only be notations if he were disciplined or fired from a department. At a press conference, Minister Dominique Alexander, president of the Next Generation Action Network, said, "We know yesterday Officer Eric Casebolt resigned. We met with the chief of police on Monday, and we strongly asked the chief of police to terminate Officer Eric Casebolt, but he allowed Officer Casebolt to resign, keep his benefits, go with his dignity, and could be in someone else's police department tomorrow." In this particular case, you know, this looks like piling on to me. No, this is another one of these situations where what we're doing is we're trying to make it possible for a certain segment of our society not to have any police enforcement at all. Minister Dominique Alexander is about to get his wish. He's about to have his wish come true. You don't get to kick police officers in the teeth, especially when you get what you're trying to get, which was Officer Eric Casebolt off of the police department. So what we're going to do is we're not just going to get him off the police department. We're going to get him off the police department in disgrace. We're going to take away his retirement. We're going to essentially ruin him completely in every possible way. Is that what we're going to do, Mr. Alexander? Saying the McKinney Police Chief Greg Conley during a meeting admitted he hadn't spoken with Dejaria Becton, the 15-year-old bikini-clad girl thrown to the ground and pinned with a knee in her back, all because she resisted arrest. Alexander said he and others don't believe the investigation is being done properly or fairly. So while we're after Officer Casebolt, we'll go ahead and throw the specter of racist interaction and incompetence at the entire McKinney Police Department then. Is that what we're going to do, Minister? Yesterday, we were able to accomplish all charges being dropped against Mr. Adrian Martin, but there were still some key facts that need to be done in this case, and we are not going to be stopped or silenced until Officer Casebolt is charged for what he did. What laws did he break, Minister? The person he's relating to or talking about, Mr. Adrian Martin, was arrested for interfering with public duties and evading arrest. Reflecting on the incident after his release, Martin said, "I was thinking, this is it. I'm going to get shot." Well, when a police officer is arresting someone, you don't come running up behind them and essentially try to interfere with him, which is exactly what he did. And that was exactly what was on the video. And you can see it. And it all goes downhill from there. So let me ask you a question. The next time there's a police interaction in McKinney having to do with a decidedly urban demographic, what's going to happen? Are the police going to wade in and fix things and stop it? Or are they going to stand back and say, stop, no, quit, stop, don't do that? 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. You're listening to the Wells Report here on 660 AM The Answer. There's another problem. Two white women were caught on tape in a punching, hair-pulling attack on a young African-American girl. Well, I see a lot of people involved in that, and I don't know. I'm just saying that there were a lot of people involved there. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 people at least. But what happened was that there was a Twitter campaign to identify two white women. The two women were confirmed to have made racist comments that led to the party spiraling into a violent melee. Really? Who was the testifying? Who testified? Who did the investigation? No one. But it's in the Daily Cost, so it has to be true. Wow. One of the women who was named was Tracy Carver Albritton. The social justice action group Dallas Communities Organizing for Change launched a Twitter campaign asking B of A to take action against her with this tweet. Bank of America, is this your employee, Tracy Carver Albritton, attacking a child and using racial slurs? I don't know. The picture I see is someone who is engaged in a fight among 4 people, at least. B of A conducted an investigation, found Albritton actually works for CoreLogic, a Bank of America vendor that provides financial profiles to the banking giant that are key in making mortgage lending decisions. CoreLogic does not condone violence, discrimination, or harassment and takes conduct that is inconsistent with our values and expectations very seriously. As a result of these pending allegations, we have placed the employee in question on administrative leave while further investigations take place. Okay, so it looks as though that Tracy Carver Albritton, who is probably somebody living in the neighborhood and was extremely upset about the fact that this graduation party turned into a gigantic mess, probably said something about it that was immediately twisted into a racial slur that was turned over to a social justice action group. In other words, that's code for people who are grinding an axe for everything that happened for at least 200 years so that they can take it out on anybody who happens to fit a profile that's indefensible. I wonder how many people said that she said anything racial. Who were those people? Again, if you don't have to go to court and actually prove anything, you can get an awful lot done. And then, of course, there's CoreLogic going right along with it. Oh, let's just jump right on into this and let's get rid of this ridiculous employee, even if it's just for a little bit. They're probably hoping that Tracy will resign. I know if I was involved in that, I would too. I would resign. You know, there's no point in working for somebody that doesn't want you there, that won't stand up for you. We have absolutely no idea about any of this. And this is the point of this one particular little segment here. Minister Dominique Alexander has not a flaming clue about what happened at that event. The investigation is just underway, and he's saying that it's an investigation that is obviously not being handled properly. Well, how many investigations like that have you accomplished, Minister? You have no idea what you're talking about. You're just yakking. What you are doing is you're trying to foment hate and miscontent in the community of McKinney. And you feel that you're justified based on the fact that nobody told you to sit down and shut up until we know more. By the way, Minister, you're certainly welcome to join us on the Wells Report and speak your piece. But there will be questions afterwards. Okay? There will be a test afterwards. Like, for example, how do you know that the investigation is being done in an incompetent way? By the way, the telephone number is 866-660-5759. Dallas Communities Organizing for Change. How about you give me a call? How about you give me a call and speak your piece? Once again, there will be a test at the end. Yeah, I will be asking you some questions. Like, for example, what business is it of yours? What is going on between Tracy Carver Albritton and the people in the photograph that you used to get her suspended from her job at CoreLogic? CoreLogic. Hey, you guys rushing to judgment here? You know what that's called? That's called exposing yourself to legal action, with all due respect to Doug, who is actually a lawyer and knows what he's talking about. I'm assuming that CoreLogic is on a little shaky ground. But then again, of course, you could probably come up with some sort of agreement and sign a non-disclosure and call it a day. Just make it go away. You know, when you ring a bell, it rings a while. It makes noise for a while. You can't unring a bell. And the clarion call goes out across the countryside. And people make decisions based on the sound they hear. Looks to me like CoreLogic is pretty comfortable with screwing over its employees. So, I don't know. I could be wrong. CoreLogic, you are certainly welcome to call us on the telephone and speak your piece. But it looks like a rush to judgment to me. So I'm calling out Dallas Communities Organizing for Change. I'm calling out CoreLogic. I'm calling out Minister Dominique Alexander to put a little bit of truth behind some of these outrageous actions that they've made. And you know what I bet? I bet I'm not going to hear from a single one of them. And you know why? Because they don't have anything to say in a circumstance where the truth is the most important thing in the discussion, as opposed to whipping up frothy frenzies and looking extremely diverse to the corporate stockholders. And I don't know about Dallas Communities Organizing for Change, but I sure would like to. You're listening to the Wells Report.
Dennis Gibbs, the boat guy, here with the Big Boat and Outdoor Show. It's boating time, folks, so don't forget to tune in to the only boating talk show on 660 AM The Answer every Saturday evening from 6 to 7 p.m. Brought to you by BoatSelect.com, the site with thousands of boats for sale, or list your boat for free on BoatSelect.com. I know you have questions about your boat or one you're buying. Email those questions to me at BigBoatShow@yahoo.com.
If you're turning on the AC for the warm days of spring and it's just not working or not cooling the way it should, time to call Walker Air Conditioning. Hey, Mark Davis. My friends at Walker are a family business, but big enough to cover North Texas with reliable, honorable service for your AC units. No commission salesmen showing up. They're technicians sent to fix your problem at an affordable price. Oh, if it's time for a new unit, they've got all the best brands at all the best prices. But let Walker AC see what you need first, with techs who know what they're doing from a company you can trust. 52 years in the business, stellar customer reviews, A+ from the Better Business Bureau, specialists in AC and refrigeration for homes and business. Got a wine cellar, a wine fridge? They'll fix yours or install a new one. Walker AC, making sure you are cool and comfortable. Walker Air Conditioning. Website is walkerac.com. That's walkerac.com. Phone number is 972-4-WALKER. 972-4-WALKER. WalkerAC.com.
20 years of credit counseling and debt management services. More than 36,000 program members freed from credit card debt. Nearly $100 million saved in high interest and finance charges. It's Trinity's 20th anniversary, and these are just a few of the milestones we're celebrating as we begin our third decade of helping people become debt-free for keeps. Did you know that members who complete our program save on average more than $20,000 in interest?
My name is Mike. From the very first phone call, Trinity brought us relief by stopping all the late fees and collections calls, greatly reducing our interest and consolidating our bills into one easy-to-manage monthly payment. Now we're on track to save nearly $17,000 in finance charges. Happy 20th anniversary, Trinity. Thanks for helping so many save so much.
And Trinity can help you, too. Call 1-800-990-6976. That's 1-800-990-6976. 1-800-990-6976.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. Got an idea. How about making this the summer of you doing better in the stock market? How does that happen? First step is you show up at the New Venture on Wall Street seminars. They're June 19th and 20th in Addison and Fort Worth. Both locations taken care of, and they'll take care of you at nvows.com. nvows.com. New Venture on Wall Street. Pastor David Mitchell's operation, where he imparts wisdom, strategies, some simple things you can do. They taught me how to get in there and just do some things and not others. Timing is everything. When to buy, when to sell, what to do, what not to do. Get a second income stream, maybe retire earlier. It is fantastic wisdom. The seminars are great. They're fun. They're upbeat. And they're coming up June 19th and 20th in Addison and in Fort Worth. Following weekend in Tyler. To get all the information you need, go to 877-907-TRADE. 877-907-TRADE. nvows.com. New Venture on Wall Street. Do better in the stock market this summer and for the rest of your life. nvows.com. 877-907-TRADE.
Have you ever noticed that every time the subject of immigration comes up, the conversation just never seems to go anywhere? Our border remains porous, and we want a fence. But a fence, we're told from the people who live in gated communities, just won't work. And so the issue dies, and in a nutshell, nothing changes. Hey, this is Mike Gallagher. Most of you are familiar with my friend Ann Coulter and her no-holds-barred approach to the issues and challenges facing the country we all love. Well, she's at it again. And in Adios America, Ann is at her provocative best, trying to stop the left from turning our country into a third world hellhole. But she's providing our nation the provocative conversation we need to have, and we need to have it now. Grab a copy of Ann's book and let's start that conversation today.
Adios, America. The left's plan to turn our country into a third world hellhole from Ann Coulter is out now from Regnery Publishing and available at Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, and bookstores everywhere.
Our sister station, 94.9 KLTY and Interstate Batteries present Celebrate Freedom 25, Saturday, June 27th at South Fork Ranch. Since this is our 25th anniversary of the largest outdoor Christian concert in America, we're bringing in the artists that you love, like Stephen Curtis Chapman, Toby Mac, Third Day, Carrie Job, and many, many more. You've made so many memories over the years at Celebrate Freedom. Get ready to make some more with us. Sponsored by Dallas Baptist University, Winco Foods, City of Southlake, and Quick Car.
660 AM, The Answer. 660 AM, TheAnswer.com. Only for Texas. This is the Wells Report on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. Looking at the Dallas Communities Organizing for Change Facebook page. Got to look at that a little bit longer at the bottom of the hour. But first, let's find out what's going on with Mark Davis on his radio broadcast tomorrow here on 660 AM The Answer. Mark, what's up?
Hey, JD, happy Wednesday night. Let me invite everybody into our normal show tomorrow as it begins at 7. But then at 8 o'clock in the morning, Mike Gallagher and I are going to co-host a national radio town hall, sort of police and the public post-McKinney. What have we learned? What have we not? Cops, kids, cameras, all the issues that arise. We'll tackle that and take calls nationwide, 8 to 11. So normal 7 o'clock hour and then 3 hours of national radio on all these issues. Get ready. Join us for the whole ride. Thank you. See you in the morning. Mark Davis, right here on 660 AM The Answer.
Thank you very much, Mark. I will look forward to it. Let me get to Robbie in Dallas. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hello.
Hey, Mr. Wells. How are you?
I am great.
Earlier today in a news broadcast, I heard that the officer had already received some death threats.
Yep.
And something just sort of clicked for me. And, you know, that's enough of this death threat crap going on. You know, I mean, the people threatening someone's life, these people who made the threats probably weren't even anywhere near the pool party, don't know what was going on. You threaten someone's life whom you never met. You know, that's just, what kind of low life form threatens somebody's life? Every time I turn around, someone's life is being threatened, and that's just, enough is enough.
I agree.
You know?
I agree 100%. You know, I agree 100%. You know, it's the interesting thing about a lynch mob. You're only wrong if you're on the wrong side of the lynching. Yeah, I heard a lot about that when I was growing up in North Carolina. Shoe on the other foot these days? So let me ask you this question. So now that we know that Tracy Carver Albritton was one of the white women involved in a fracas in the middle of a giant fracas, in the middle of a degenerating circumstance that the police had to get called out to in McKinney, now that we know that that's her name, do you suppose she's gotten a death threat or two? See, that would be one of the questions I would ask a spokesperson for the Dallas Communities Organizing for Change. See, I'd ask that question. Would you guys feel better if you just took Tracy out behind the, out behind your offices and just beat the crap out of her? I know. I tell you what, let's lock her up in a giant wooden clamp out of the town square and let her stay there for a few hours. What do you think? I mean, that would be social justice, wouldn't it? That'll teach her a lesson. You see, the thing about all this is that it's all just hysteria. None of it's real. We have absolutely no idea what happened in all of that, but that's okay for the Dallas Communities Organizing for Change. They saw a videotape. They saw a picture. Let's ruin somebody's life today. Oh, the police officer, he quit, right? Well, that's not good enough. He needs to face charges. Yeah, let's ruin his life. Let's disgrace him. Let's take him out behind the offices of Dallas Communities Organizing for Change and beat the crap out of him. Did you hear that talk show host saying that? What the hell's going on with him? Let's take him behind the offices of Dallas Communities Organizing for Change. Let's beat the crap out of him, too. Feel better? How about this? How about we wait until all the investigations are over and start dealing with the truth? What do you think? This is the Wells Report.
For almost 2 decades, financial advisor and educator Rick Poston with Empowered Wealth Financial Services has provided peace of mind to thousands who see or hear him in the media or read his work. Rick has been chosen by Bloomberg Business Week magazine as one of the top 20 game-changing financial advisors in the country. A fan of Rick's profound teaching, Brian Tracy, world-renowned business leader, speaker, and best-selling author, has asked Rick to co-author his newest book entitled The Winning Way, where Rick will share with his fans some of the principles that allow Rick's clients to continue on their winning way. If you're looking to break away from that same old investment plan that has provided you with one too many disappointments, stay tuned to 660 AM The Answer every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock for the most educational hour on financial talk radio with Empowered Wealth Radio, live, or call 469-361-4020.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Manzeri, owner of Statewide Remodeling. You know, we've been getting some relief from what is usually the beginning of summer here in Texas. And right behind that, the temperature goes up, and so do your cooling bills. We manufacture our windows to beat the Texas heat. Our fiber core reinforced frames are 9 times stronger than other windows, and our glass has 27% more viewing area. We give you better than triple pane performance at a double pane price. Another thing that separates our window from all competitors is we can match our exterior frame to any color Sherwin-Williams offers. So no plain white windows here or 3 to 4 colors to choose from. And of course, we offer the longest warranty in the industry. It even covers glass breakage and workmanship for as long as you own your home. So if you're ready to see the window that sets the standard in Texas, give us a call. And if you decide it's the one for you, receive 20% off the complete job. The number to call is 888-270-7095. That's 888-270-7095. Or check us out online 24/7 at statewideremodeling.com.
Hey folks, Mike Krejci here, sales manager of 660 AM The Answer. If you are a business owner, I want to talk specifically to you. If you were listening to our station over the last few days, you'll know that we've been supporting one of our favorite charities, Cure International, by offering our Business Benefactor program. We've had some terrific businesses step up to support the cause, but we need a few more to join in. We are trying to heal kids in Haiti who were born with a condition known as clubfoot. Your gift will help heal a child so they can run, dance, and play and have a chance at a normal life. 100% of this gift goes to help these children. Here's how the Business Benefactor program works. Your business donates $2,800 to Cure International, and in exchange, you'll get an advertising campaign to run on 660 AM The Answer during the next 90 days absolutely free. So you'll be helping your business and these kids all at the same time. Call me today to get started. My number is 214-561-9103. That's 214-561-9103. One more time, 214-561-9103. Thank you.
People who can afford a LASIK procedure sure are lucky. Imagine being able to throw away your contacts and glasses. Imagine waking up tomorrow with 20/20 vision. Too bad everyone can't afford LASIK. Well, guess what? There's a company that agrees with you. The LASIK Vision Institute is now offering dramatically low prices on high-quality LASIK to make it affordable for everyone. That means you get the latest FDA-approved LASIK technology for a fraction of what others charge. And if you call right now, we'll schedule a free appointment so you can discover if LASIK is right for you. Results may vary. Call 1-800-700-2629. Even better, if you're one of the first 100 callers, ask about an extra 20% discount off our already low-cost services. We've already performed over 1 million procedures. Let us help you. Discover how you can get the quality LASIK experience you deserve at a fraction of what others charge. For your free appointment, call 1-800-700-2629. 1-800-700-2629.
How are we supposed to balance the budget when our appliances keep breaking down? Last month, it was the air conditioner. Before that, the refrigerator. What's it going to be next month?
It's hard enough these days trying to keep a balanced household budget. It's even harder when a home appliance or system breaks down unexpectedly. The repair bill could set you back months. But buying a home warranty from American Home Shield helps protect your budget against those unexpected costs because they help pay covered repairs for you. Your air conditioner, plumbing, oven, refrigerator, water heater, and more. For helpful free information, go to ahs.com or call 1-800-322-4147. Service requests are subject to a fee for each trade call. Some exclusions and limitations apply. The truth is, home appliances and systems do break down. So why not get a home warranty and let American Home Shield help pay covered repair bills for you? For helpful free information, including terms, rates, and coverage, go to ahs.com. That's ahs.com. Or call 1-800-322-4147.
You can listen on the go. Find us on iHeartRadio. 660 AM. The Answer. The Wells Report. A daily old-fashioned North Texas barbecue of anybody trying to take advantage of us on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. Would you like to advertise for free on this radio station? I would like you to advertise for free on this radio station. It's something called the Business Benefactor. And if you can donate $2,800 to Cure International, we will give you a free advertising campaign on 660 AM The Answer. We'll give it to you. Now, we got more details on that. It's all coming up at the top of the hour. And by the way, if you'd like, I will gladly voice your commercial for free if you help out Cure International. More details in just a little bit. 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. And so we come to a very interesting place in the life of the Obama administration. It appears as though the White House is considering a proposal that would send several hundred more U.S. troops to Iraq, ostensibly to accelerate training of Iraq's forces following a major setback against Islamic State militants. This, according to a U.S. official familiar with the plan. The proposal stops short of a riskier option of placing advisors in the field. So what we're doing is we're sending people to train the Iraqi troops, not to advise them. Therefore, they are trainers, not advisors. Why is that a problem? Well, you see, in 1964, Lyndon Baines Johnson, then the President of the United States, number 36, he sent advisors to Vietnam, and then more advisors, and then combat troops, and then more combat troops. And the words escalation became a part of the American lexicon, and on and on and on. So these are trainers, not advisors. I'm sorry, my snide sarcasm aside, the proposal is something that obviously needs to happen. However, there is a problem when you send people to advise, or excuse me, I'm sorry, when you send people to train somebody else's army and your own Secretary of Defense doesn't believe they have the will to fight, are you sending these people off on a fool's errand? In other words, are these 400 being set up for failure? You see, the president's playing with house money here. If he sends a woefully pitiful response to the disaster that is Iraq, and it fails, he can say, see, the United States just doesn't know what it's doing. We're incompetent. We have no business being the world's policeman. Further, he doesn't inflame or upset anybody in Iran by sending enough troops to essentially obliterate ISIS before Christmas. The addition of hundreds of U.S. personnel would be a significant increase in the U.S. contingent of about 3,000 troops there and only about 12,000 less than we actually should have there. Pending the status of forces agreement that President Obama blew off, forgot to take care of, just said, what the hell, Martin Dempsey said, Ramadi doesn't really mean anything anyway. No final decision has been made. You know why? Because, well, we have to hear from people, that may be upset with this. And of course, everybody's going to be upset with it. The left is going to be tremendously upset with it because essentially they want the world to spiral into chaos, because I guess they like it. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. On the other hand, you could be hearing from people who say, Mr. President, why don't you stop screwing around and send an army over there to kick the living snot out of ISIS, to obliterate them, to kill everyone involved in the organization with absolutely no quarter, leave their bodies to rot and burn in the sun. I know. You can take playing cards and leave them on the corpses. You don't say a word. You don't say they're going. You don't say what they're doing. You let the press take care of any of that. And when their job is done, that means everybody in ISIS is dead and decomposing. Then have the guys come home by Christmas. Again, not saying a word to anybody. You see, call me crazy, but I think those people are smart enough to realize that when you behead a few kids and burn a few Jordanian Air Force pilots and you do a few things like that, it really annoys a lot of people. And before you know it, those people send other people that come and ruin your day. Not just your day, rest of your year. Slaughter you on the spot. Make your most fervent wish come true. See, these people want to be slaughtered, and I don't know why we don't accommodate them. Unless, of course, you're President Obama and you don't want to upset anybody in Iran. So here's the situation. The president is trying to play political games with 400 lives. U.S. trainers, not advisors, being sent to Iraq, maybe, being set up to fail, so that the president can say exactly what he said when we got all of the troops out of Iraq, guaranteeing we're going to have to go back in there, but not for another couple of years or so, I'm thinking, because I got to be out of office before that happens. Then the evil Republicans can send those guys back, but not me. I'm not going to do it. No, I'm going to send 400 people out there to be, what is that word? Cannon fodder? Cannon fodder. You see, we need to quit playing around with these people. It's not about you, Mr. President. It's not about your political legacy. It's about the world. It's about the United States of America. It's about Christians. It's about getting along with each other. Every now and then, a school of sharks swims into an otherwise peaceful school of fish. And then you have to get the porpoises in, like Flipper, to go and kill all the sharks. Well, that's what he did. If Flipper was here right now, he'd say, I'm your Huckleberry. I mean, don't we have Flipper saying, I'm your Huckleberry? I think that's him. I think that's what he says. I could be wrong. So here's what I want to ask you. All right? My diatribe aside, let me ask you this. Would you support a return to Iraq of United States military men and women to go obliterate ISIS. 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. Would you support a return to Iraq by the United States military to go back and get our Humvees back? To go back and get all of our property back? To go back and take care of a wandering band of savages who are looking for paradise? Would you support that? Yes or no? And why? You don't have to agree with me. 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. Should we go back into Iraq and kill everything under a black flag? Yes or no? 866-660-5759. By the way, while we have a couple of moments, while you consider your options, the Wall Street Journal published this: Iraqi city of Mosul transformed a year after Islamic State's capture. In Islamic State's stronghold of Mosul, the extremist group is working day and night to repair roads, manicure gardens, and refurbish hotels. Iraq's second largest city has never looked so good thanks to the strict laws enforced by Sunni militants. But beneath that veneer, the group metes out deadly punishments to those who don't comply with a long list of prohibitions imposed over the years since it took control of Mosul on June 10th, 2014. Gone are the illegal kiosks that crowded sidewalks and the tangled web of electric wires that once connected the rooftops. New lamps light up streets unusually clear of cigarette butts. I have not in 30 years seen Mosul this clean, its streets and markets this orderly, said Omar, a resident. He said Islamic State has shown an unusual focus on civil works in the recent weeks, which he and others described as part of efforts to win popular support. It's amazing what you can get people to do if somebody who offends you gets his head sliced off in front of everybody else. I'm just saying. Mosul and its population are changed in other ways, too. Gone are the iconic shrines and mosques that towered over the city center. You know, the ones that said, hey, if you destroy this, there will be hell to pay. Evidently, it depends on who destroys them. The radical fighters blew many of them up because they believe the veneration of the shrines is unholy. Ancient churches host garage sales where Islamic State members sell war booty or display wares available to members only. The native Christian population, a minority in the Sunni majority city, once peppered with other religions and ethnic groups, were driven out last year under the threat of death and also given a nice, peaceful walk on the beach that ended with a really close shave. Okay, that was inappropriate. I'm sorry, I should have said, and ended with a shot in the back of the head. What? That's what happened. That's what happens when you got Christians smoking, throwing cigarette butts all over Mosul. See? City hasn't been this clean in 30 years. Oh, and Iran? Glad you asked. Iran has launched a space satellite using technology that could contribute to the development of a ballistic missile capable of delivering nuclear weapons. This, according to a United Nations appointed panel of experts monitoring the issue. Tehran intends to launch more such satellites. The most recent launch came February 15th, adding the Iranian government has already announced plans to conduct 3 additional satellite launches before March 2016. The vehicle used in the launch from a military base in northern Iran was based on a space launch vehicle that is a variant of Iran's Shahab-3 ballistic missile, which has a range of about 1,000 miles. The Shahab-3 is one of 2 Iranian missiles that the experts say are believed to be potentially capable of delivery of nuclear weapons. The experts noted the future satellites will be boosted aloft from more powerful launchers and on the back of bigger carriers. Iran's missile development is one of the murkier and more contentious issues surrounding the ongoing negotiations between Islamic Republic and the world's major powers, precisely because ballistic missiles have been shunted to the side of a potential deal centered on nuclear enrichment activities that the Obama administration is pushing hard to conclude by June 30th. Oh, that's great. So they've got launchers capable of, carrying how much weight? Did anybody say? No, we don't need to know. That's right. Doggone it. We just don't need to know. Does anybody know how much a nuclear weapon weighs? Anybody? Anybody know? It is funny what Vicky just said, which you didn't hear, which makes me sound like I've got a brain tumor. Thanks. You're listening to the Wells Report.
Hi, this is Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor. I'd like for you to join me on my talk show this weekend. What I do is teach people how to go the natural, organic route. I stir up trouble, too, because I throw out some things that a lot of people just don't think are correct. You know what? We have a lot of experience to back up what we recommend. Have healthier gardens and more fun gardening. Join me this and every weekend.
Join Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, every Sunday morning from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
The stock market is at record highs, but will it keep going up, or are we due for another major correction? The financial newspapers are reporting that record numbers of major investors are leaving the market. If you're worried about the roller coaster stock market, there are some alternative ways to grow your money and build a solid, predictable retirement. The team at Guardian Financial Management will show you how to grow your money and still sleep well at night. Tune in to Plain Talk, No Worries Financial Hour each Sunday at 7 a.m. on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Hi, I'm John Hill, founder of the Good Contractors List. I get asked a lot if the Good Contractors List is like Angie's List, so I thought I'd take the time to do a comparison and let you decide. On the Good Contractors List, we actually meet every one of our contractors face-to-face and have an extensive screening process. On Angie's List, you can pay to read reviews. On the Good Contractors List, if issues arise with our contractors, we get physically involved and will come to your home if necessary. On Angie's List, you can pay to write a bad review. The Good Contractors List takes into consideration things like overhead and sales tactics when choosing our contractors. On Angie's List, you can pay to read reviews. If one of our contractors refuses to fix a problem, we investigate fully and pay up to $10,000 of our own money to get it fixed. On Angie's List, you can write a bad review and you're on your own. The Good Contractors List is absolutely free with a $10,000 guarantee. Reviews are good. Responsibility is better.
Good Contractors List.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
It takes a lot of courage to face your own death, but I'm glad I finally did. See, I was putting off getting life insurance to protect my family, even though I knew it was important. Then my neighbor's husband died. I watched her struggle emotionally and financially. It really made me face reality. If my husband died, how would I pay the mortgage, the car payments, or keep up the life the kids and I had? I realized I needed to get us life insurance right away. So I called AIG Direct. In less than 5 minutes, I had a quote. I was shocked at how affordable it is. Just $14 a month for $250,000 of term life coverage. I feel so much better knowing my family has protection.
Call AIG Direct right now for a free no-obligation quote. The call takes less than 5 minutes, and you can save up to 70%. Call now, 1-800-500-0983. That's 1-800-500-0983. 1-800-500-0983.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head dealing with monthly payments, there's a powerful secret that credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $5,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Debt Relief Advocates, and we're offering you free information on how to virtually eliminate your credit card debt and make your monthly payment affordable. To see how much you could save, call now, 1-800-791-6811. Don't declare bankruptcy. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Debt Relief Advocates now and see how much money you could save for free. 1-800-791-6811. That's 1-800-791-6811. 1-800-791-6811.
This is a life-changing message for anyone with sleep apnea who is on the go and tired of dragging around a big, bulky home CPAP device. MiniCPAP.com now offers a portable device that's as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. For even more freedom, you can add a battery that's as tiny as a deck of cards. It's called the Transcend Mini CPAP, and right now you can try it risk-free for 21 days by calling 1-800-528-5588. Transcend is the world's first portable mini CPAP device. It gives you the freedom to sleep in total comfort anywhere you are. Our smallest and most advanced portable design ever, Transcend is so small and so light you can fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go. It's FAA compliant too, so you can even sleep comfortably while flying. Enjoy the freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere. Call minicpap.com now for your 21-day in-home trial. 1-800-528-5588. That's 1-800-528-5588.
Dallas, Fort Worth's home for stimulating talk. 660 AM, The Answer. Only for Texas. This is the Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells, and very few people know that I spent the first several years of my life in corrective shoes. My feet wrapped themselves around my lower legs, and I was close to having club feet or club foot, which is a congenital deformity that severely twists the foot downward and inward, making walking very difficult. So when I had a chance to talk to you about Cure International and their project to get rid of clubfoot in Haiti, I said, you know, I have a pretty good idea what that's like. You know, the kids made fun of my shoes, but it was okay because they were the only ones. But when your feet don't point the right direction, you're having a tough time walking. Well, being teased by other kids is just one of the problems. And I can speak about this firsthand. Cure International, with a $400 donation, can fix a clubfoot condition for a kid. If you have $2,800, you happen to run a business, we can give you a business benefactor campaign. More details on that are coming up, including how I will voice your commercial as you get a free advertising campaign on 660 AM The Answer if you donate $2,800 to Cure International. And this is the final week. This problem may seem far away in Haiti, but it's not. While you may be fixing the feet and the walking opportunity for a young kid in a far-flung country, it'll do your heart a lot of good. More details coming up. You're listening to the Wells Report.
Hi, this is Andy Tuttle, host of Tuttle Talk every Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer. We're in a real estate market where there's a lot of difficulty, but in difficulty, there's a lot of opportunity as well. Buying, selling, avoiding foreclosure, modifying your credit, all these things are so important to your livelihood. This show is dedicated to cutting through some of the big headlines that you see out there and teaching you how to win in any marketplace. Thank you for tuning in to Tuttle Talk every Sunday, 4 p.m. on 660 AM The Answer. I look forward to speaking with you.
For almost 2 decades, financial advisor and educator Rick Poston with Empowered Wealth Financial Services has provided peace of mind to thousands who see or hear him in the media or read his work. Rick has been chosen by Bloomberg Business Week magazine as one of the top 20 game-changing financial advisors in the country. A fan of Rick's profound teaching, Brian Tracy, world-renowned business leader, speaker, and best-selling author, has asked Rick to co-author his newest book entitled The Winning Way, where Rick will share with his fans some of the principles that allow Rick's clients to continue on their winning way. If you're looking to break away from that same old investment plan that has provided you with one too many disappointments, stay tuned to 660 AM The Answer every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock for the most educational hour on Financial Talk Radio. with Empowered Wealth Radio, live, or call 469-361-4020.
I had the home of my dreams, but one day I noticed cracks in the wall by the front door as well as the kitchen window. A neighbor recommended Abacus Foundation Repair. He said they're the best foundation repair company in Dallas, and they use an advanced system on your foundation called Millennium Composite Pilings that'll last 1,000 years. Well, I went to their website, abacusfoundationrepair.com, and saw that they have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, and the world's leading service company review website recommended them highly. And the best part? They haven't had a complaint in the last 13 years. So I called them, and I'm happy I did. Abacus Foundation Repair guaranteed their work, and they gave me a lifetime transferable warranty.
If you see cracks in the walls of your home or your doors don't shut properly, call Abacus Foundation Repair at 972-406-9000. That's 972-406-9000. Or go to abacusfoundationrepair.com. If you want your foundation fixed right the first time, call Abacus Foundation Repair.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. Service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Baltimore Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Logsmith Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. Hundreds of leads followed but dismissed as the search goes on for two convicted killers who escaped from an upstate New York prison.
We continue to go door to door, checking homes and seasonal residences, and we continue to do vehicle checks at a number of roadblocks in the area.
Joe D'Amico of the New York State Police. Digital billboards with the inmates' mugshots have been posted in several states. Pope Francis and Russia's President Putin have a meeting.
Spokesman Father Lombardi said the Pope affirmed it is necessary to make a sincere effort to find peace in the Ukraine. Also discussed the humanitarian crisis in the Middle East. Pope Francis also asked for a commitment to push for peace in Syria and to protect Christian minorities.
Fox Radio's Courtney Walsh at the Vatican. Walgreens is going to offer a service to let people see doctors for minor ailments without leaving home using smartphones, tablets, or PCs. It will make it available in 25 states. Fox News, we report, you decide.
This is 660 AM, The Answer.
Hey everybody, Mark Davis for my friends at Good Feet. I've been proud for years to send you to the Good Feet locations in Plano and in Fort Worth. And now I'm really glad to tell you about the third Good Feet location, South Lake, Texas, right there at 2615 East South Lake Boulevard, a couple of blocks east of Town Square on South Lake Boulevard between Kimball and Nolan. Know what happens in there? The same great results you've always gotten in Plano and in Fort Worth. Real people taking care of real foot problems. Foot pain can spread. It can become leg pain, hip pain, back pain. Let's get you out of pain. At goodfeetdfw.com, learn about all the locations, brand new in South Lake. Plano, still on the corner of Coit and the Bush Turnpike in front of Central Market. Fort Worth, 1 block south of I-20 on Bryant Irvin. And brand new Good Feet in South Lake, 2615 East South Lake Boulevard, 2 blocks east of Town Square. It's Good Feet, getting people out of pain today. America's #1 arch support. Check them out at goodfeetdfw.com. That's goodfeetdfw.com, Plano, Fort Worth, and South Lake.
If you're thinking about new windows for your home, here's what you have to consider. A quality-minded company that's been in business for a long time that'll be here if you need them in the future. That offers several options for you to choose from with a good warranty and a fair price. Hi, folks. I'm Frank Manzeri, co-owner of Statewide Remodeling, and I'm happy to say my company meets all those requirements. We've been installing new windows in Texas homes for over 21 years. Our restoration windows with their fiber core frames are 8 times stronger than hollow core vinyl and twice as strong as any composite frame. The exterior can be finished to match any color Sherwin-Williams offers, and we have 27% more glass area, so you don't lose near the visibility you do with other window brands. We also offer 100% financing to fit almost any budget. If you call now for your free estimate, I'm offering a 20% discount on your complete window and door project. Of course, your price is good for 30 days, so you have time to think it over or shop around. The number to call is 888-270-7095. That's 888-270-7095, or visit us online at statewide-remodeling.com.
Hey folks, Mike Krejci here, sales manager of 660 AM The Answer. If you are a business owner, I want to talk specifically to you. If you were listening to our station over the last few days, you'll know that we've been supporting one of our favorite charities, Cure International, by offering our Business Benefactor program. We've had some terrific businesses step up to support the cause, but we need a few more to join in. We are trying to heal kids in Haiti who were born with a condition known as clubfoot. Your gift will help heal a child so they can run, dance, and play and have a chance at a normal life. 100% of this gift goes to help these children. Here's how the Business Benefactor program works. Your business donates $2,800 to Cure International, and in exchange, you'll get an advertising campaign to run on 660 AM The Answer during the next 90 days, absolutely free. So you'll be helping your business and these kids all at the same time. Call me today to get started. My number is 214-561-9103. That's 214-561-9103. One more time, 214-561-9103. Thank you.
Hey, when choosing a financial advisor, outstanding reputation, decades of experience, and a successful track record are very important. The good news is I have someone I would like for you to meet. Hey, Sean Hannity here for my friend Bob Guess at Texas First Financial. Now, Bob Guess is an author, a speaker, an educator who has taught at SMU and other prestigious campuses in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Now, with his experience and the help of his team, Bob's clients earn a 9% return on their investments. That's a 9% return backed 100% by hard assets and no market volatility. Now it's time you placed your investments with one of Texas Monthly's top advisors. Now I know attractive, predictable, stable returns on your investments are important to you. Call Bob and his team today at 972-570-4444. That's 972-570-4444 for 9% returns and no market risk. Now make sure you check them out yourself. Tell them Sean Hannity sent you.
In national financial news, a limited number of 2015 U.S. Silver Eagle dollars are now available at an introductory price too low to reveal on the radio. In a moment, we'll provide the toll-free number to call. The Silver Eagle is the largest and purest U.S. silver dollar ever struck. 1 ounce of pure silver, and is the only silver coin guaranteed by the U.S. government for its weight and purity. Over the years, the Silver Eagle has been one of the world's most popular and widely collected silver coins. From time to time, the U.S. Mint has even suspended production during periods of exceptionally high demand. Demand for the 2015 Silver Eagle is expected to be intense, especially at this shockingly low introductory price, forcing a strict limit of just 10 per household. To claim a share of these Silver Eagles and receive a free collector's guide, interested individuals are encouraged to call now. 1-800-500-6706. 1-800-500-6706. 1-800-500-6706.
Our sister station.
94.9 KLTY and Interstate Batteries present Celebrate Freedom 25. Nothing brings home the memories like the official Celebrate Freedom 25 t-shirt. Just go to CelebrateFreedom.com and find the perfect package for your family. Get the sticker, the VIP seating pass, the poster, and more.
Sponsored by Cornerstone Staffing.
It's your day. It's your fun. It's your Celebrate Freedom 25. CelebrateFreedom.com.
Learn a little something at the start of your day. The Mark Davis Show. Mornings 7 to 10 on 660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. I have some sad news today. NBC News is reporting the death of Keith Broomfield. Do you know who Keith Broomfield is? Keith Broomfield was an American soldier. He came back, lived his life with his family, and was so committed to the task at hand that he gathered his belongings, the ones he would need to go and fight ISIS. And he flew into the war zone and joined up with the Peshmerga, the Kurdish fighting force. He was 36 years old. He did what he thought his country should do. And instead of just talking about it, he went out and did it. A State Department official confirmed that he, 36 years old, was indeed killed in Syria. No further details. However, his colleagues in the Peshmerga reported his death first, calling Broomfield a martyr, saying he was killed in the Syrian countryside surrounding Kobani. Idris Nassan, Kurdish co-deputy foreign minister of the Kobani district, also confirmed to NBC News that an American who had joined Kurdish fighters died in battle with ISIS in his area. It was not immediately clear when Broomfield was killed. Donna Broomfield said her son, who had been the production manager for the family's manufacturing firm, had left to join the Kurds about 4 months ago. He turned his life over to the Lord and decided that this was God's will, and God wanted him to do it. His mother is waiting for his body to come back. Jennifer Broomfield, who posted the text message on Facebook but could not be reached for comment, wrote on her page that she didn't think she would lose him. If we allow this war to continue, we are ignoring what we are all sisters and brothers, she wrote. My brother died to defend my sisters who are being sold, enslaved, raped, and murdered. To defend my brothers who were shot, beheaded, and dumped into piles off of trucks. He said words to the effect of, I'm going to do what I've got to do. Sometimes you've got to be a man, whether you want to or not. I don't expect anybody to understand. But I don't need anyone to understand either. He's not the only one. Ryan O'Leary's parents and girlfriend told him that what he's doing is crazy. The FBI has told him that what he's doing is crazy. The United States State Department says that what he's doing is crazy. But this soldier from Iowa returned to Iraq last month, headed to war for the third time. The first 2 times, he served with the Iowa National Guard, with the authority of the U.S. Army. This time, he's volunteering on his own to help train the Kurdish army of northern Iraq to battle the ferocious terrorist group known as ISIS. Ryan O'Leary said that ISIS isn't just a fight for them. It's a fight for all of us. We need to help them out, and we're not doing it. The only thing I'm getting out of it is knowing that I'm helping make change in a country that deserves it and for a people that deserve it. O'Leary's 28 years old. He's a National Guard corporal. He served in Iraq in 2007 and 2008. He served in Afghanistan 2010 through 2011. In an interview, he plans to help train members of the Peshmerga, which is the Kurdish army. The FBI and the State Department have said what he's doing is legal, but they've urged him to consider the danger. They worry he could be kidnapped, used as a hostage, or killed. O'Leary says he feels relatively safe among his new Kurdish comrades. God bless and keep you, Ryan O'Leary. God, keep your heart true and keep you safe. You come home safe to us quickly as you can. On the other hand, 2 Orange County men have been accused of conspiring to aid Islamic State militants fighting in Iraq and Syria. They were arrested and they faced arraignment in federal court day before yesterday. Nader El-Huzayel and Mahanad Badawi, both 24 years of age, conspired to provide material support to a foreign terrorist organization, the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant. This, according to a criminal complaint filed in the U.S. District Court in Orange County. Federal authorities said the men drew the attention of counterterrorism agents with inflammatory comments on social media, prompting an investigation that led to their arrest last month. They are due back in court July 6th. They're scheduled to go on trial July 28th. Apparently, the details of a call between two men before their capture were contained in an FBI agent's affidavit, which was used to create the arrest warrants. According to the document, on the last Friday of April, after prayer services at a mosque in Orange County, El-Huzayel and Badawi spoke enthusiastically about Islamic State. One allegedly proclaimed his wish to join the group and die a martyr on a battlefield. Although Yemen was attractive for its natural beauty, the men allegedly agreed they prefer to fight in Syria. They would drink wine together in the paradise that awaited them after they were killed, they said. FBI agents overheard the conversation. The government's case against the pair mirrored those of 6 Somali Americans arrested in April in San Diego and Minneapolis. The men are accused of trying to travel to Syria and join Islamic State. Similar cases have been more common in Britain, France, and other Western European countries, with large populations of young, disaffected Muslim men. Agents began monitoring El-Huzayel and Badawi in January of 2013, said David Thorpe, the acting head of the FBI's Orange County office. The court filing shows scrutiny of the men intensified in April and May as agents eavesdropped on their phone calls and surveillance teams tracked their movements. On May 7th, agents watched the men as they sat together in Badawi's car. Later, a review of airline records showed that while they were in the car, Badawi's debit card was used to purchase a one-way ticket for El-Huzayel to fly from Los Angeles to Istanbul, to Tel Aviv, and to parts unknown. In a phone call with Badawi, El-Huzayel discussed vague plans to visit Palestinian relatives in the West Bank before finding a way to cross the border into Egypt in the hopes of making his way to a battlefield. A long but not arduous drive from where we are now to the Rio Grande River shows you what America thinks of fencing out or even fencing in its citizens. I'm trying to figure out why these men are in court. I'm trying to figure out why these two terrorists are being allowed to stay in the country. If they believe that they are called by their God to go and fight the jihad, why are we stopping them? Why would we interfere with that process? Nader, Muhannad, if you want to go to Syria, tell you what we'll do. We'll fly you there immediately after you throw your passports with the United States of America on the outside of them into the paper shredder that we will handily provide for you and sign a paper legally renouncing your citizenship for the rest of your life in the United States of America. And you may go as you please. You know, we don't have walls that keep people in this country. We don't have walls that keep people out either. But I want to know why these men are headed towards jail. Someone needs to explain to me why it is that we wouldn't send terrorists on their way at our earliest possible opportunity. Eight 5759. By all means, tell me. Please. Why wouldn't we let these guys go? I mean, any terrorist that we send to Syria is one less terrorist we have to worry about beheading a police officer, right? Is this just another example of how screwed up the way we're fighting this war actually is? Or am I missing something? You're listening to the Wells Report.
Hi, I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning. Today, let's talk about the $29 service call gimmick. Here in North Texas, an experienced service tech costs at least $35 an hour to employ. So how does the $29 service call work? Well, it doesn't unless they find a bunch of stuff wrong with your system. It's just bait to get you to call. We can't come out for $29, and really, neither can they. In this business, you get what you pay for. Reliant Air Conditioning service call is $79, and our guys are all drug tested, background checked, and they don't work on commission. So if you need service on your AC system, call the company that's been gimmick-free since '83. Or if your system needs to be replaced, you can save up to $3,500 per system with Carrier's Cool Cash promotion. Our number's 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-968-7437 or ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
Dentist office, may I help you?
Hi, I'd like to cancel my teeth whitening appointment.
Oh, may I ask why?
I found a teeth whitener that works in 5 minutes that I can do from home.
Can I ask what it is?
It's called Power Swabs, and it whitens your teeth in 5 minutes, doesn't leave my teeth feeling sensitive, and it's a lot less expensive than visiting the dentist.
Hi, I'm John Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. And if you want to whiten your teeth 2 shades in 5 minutes and 6 shades in 7 days, then try Power Swabs. There's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth and you're done. It removes stains on natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. Try Power Swabs risk-free by calling 1-800-281-4037. That's 1-800-281-4037. I guarantee your friends and coworkers will be wowed by your new white smile. Try it risk-free and get free shipping and handling today. Dial 1-800-281-4037. That's 1-800-281-4037.
What's the best way to bring people together?
T-shirts.
T-shirts. Custom T-shirts that you design online with custom ink. The fun, easy way to make shirts you'll love for your group or occasion. Custom Ink has created over 50 million shirts for families, teams, reunions, church groups, cheerleaders, companies big and small. So go online and see how easy it is to design your own shirts with Custom Ink's online design lab. Our website has tons of fonts and amazing artwork. And our team of professional inkers will make sure your shirts turn out perfectly. Order one shirt or thousands. On-time delivery is guaranteed, and we'll even ship your order absolutely free.
Start designing your custom ink t-shirts today and see why 99% of our customers say they would order from us again. Visit customink.com.
Hey everybody, Mark Davis. Got an idea. How about if we make this the summer of you doing better on Wall Street? How do we do that? We get you into the upcoming seminars for New Venture on Wall Street, NVOWS.com. We have an Addison location and a Fort Worth location for the seminar weekend, the 19th and 20th of June. Weekend after that in Tyler. Learn more at NVOWS.com or a phone number I'll give you here in a second. It's a 2-day event. It's live. It's not a webinar. It's real people. It's great. It's upbeat. It's fun. And you'll leave this course confident in your ability to trade stocks better with more wisdom. And New Venture is going to coach you along the way. It's not just seminar and then, see ya, have a nice life. Nope, they're going to stay with you, helping you along the way to make sure that you have kept in your head the stuff they've taught you. It'll enable you to retire earlier, get a second income stream, things we all want to do. So let me get you into these seminars at 877-907-TRADE. 877-907-TRADE. Addison and Fort Worth, 19th and 20th of June. Tyler the weekend after. 877-907-TRADE.
America was built by people with a few dollars and a dream. And while many don't know it, there's one path to success that still only requires a dream and about $10. That's right. If your dream is to start or grow your business, something as simple as the right business card could make all the difference. And today at Vistaprint.com, you can get 500 full-color business cards for only $9.99. That's right, 500 business cards for just $9.99. What's more, you can choose between hundreds of designs or upload your own and customize them easily. And because they're from Vistaprint.com, the cards are of top quality and your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed. So visit Vistaprint.com today and get 500 shots at turning your dream into reality. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. To get your 500 business cards for just $9.99, go to Vistaprint.com. Click on the link in the upper right corner and use promo code 2323. That's Vistaprint.com. Click on the link in the upper right corner and use promo code 2323.
Listen to us live on iHeartRadio, 660 AM. The Answer. You're hearing tomorrow's front page on the Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. His name is Mark Davis. He shows up tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Don't miss his show, and here's why.
Hey, JD, happy Wednesday night. Let me invite everybody into our normal show tomorrow as it begins at 7. But then at 8 o'clock in the morning, Mike Gallagher and I are going to co-host a national radio town hall, sort of police and the public post-McKinney. What have we learned? What have we not? Cops, kids, cameras, all the issues that arise. We'll tackle that and take calls nationwide, 8 to 11. So normal 7 o'clock hour and then 3 hours of national radio on all these issues. Get ready. Join us for the whole ride. Thank you. See you in the morning. Mark Davis, right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
Thank you, Marcus. We appreciate that. I think we're really missing the entire message in all of this. And I'm really shocked at why. Why would you arrest people who want to go and fight a terror war against you? Why would you stop them? Because if you don't let them go to Syria and fight a terrorist war against you, they will stay here in this country and fight a terrorist war against you. Well, how can they do that if they're in jail, Mr. Smarty Pantses? How about this? How about they sit there in jail every day, sweet talking some guy who's going to be out in 6 months to continue the jihad here in America? How about that? What are you doing? We will give you a ticket to Syria. We will fly you into Damascus. All you have to do is renounce your American citizenship forever and throw your passport right there into that wood chipper. Am I missing something? Because this seems to be as plain as the nose on my face. And let me explain to you, that's pretty plain. We need to get these people out of the country. We don't need them here fomenting hatred in a country that really doesn't deserve it. It seems to me that if we become your enemy because we care about the Jews who lost 6 million of their family members in the Second World War. And we care about people that you think are abominations. And you throw them off buildings. And if you believe that your way to heaven is paved with the explosive destruction of innocent people that happen to be standing around you, I think the problem is yours, not ours. And I also don't believe that a stint in prison is going to get you to change your mind. Does that make sense? Why don't we let these people go? Let them go. If you don't believe we can reach into the battlefield and take care of them, ask Anwar al-Awlaki or anybody that knows him, if there are any of them alive. I know his son isn't. The 16-year-old. Yeah. Must have been one hell of a terrorist, Tom. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer.
Hi, this is Andy Tuttle, host of Tuttle Talk every Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer. We're in a real estate market where there's a lot of difficulty, but in difficulty, there's a lot of opportunity as well. Buying, selling, avoiding foreclosure, modifying your credit, all these things are so important to your livelihood. This show is dedicated to cutting through some of the big headlines that you see out there and teaching you how to win in any marketplace. Thank you for tuning in to Tuttle Talk every Sunday, 4 p.m. on 660 AM The Answer. I look forward to speaking with you.
Save this date, June 25th at 6:30 p.m. Hi, I'm Jon-David Wells from the Wells Report here for Walt Parker and InvestingMakesMeSick.com. June 25th at 6:30 could be the day and time that you take the first step in learning how to manage your investments. Simply make plans to join me at their dinner seminar at Papado Restaurant in North Dallas. No fuss, no hassle, great education on investment choices other than stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or annuities with a no-cost meal to boot. You'll learn why you should understand your investments. You'll also find out why they prefer the We Come to You service. They know you've worked hard for your money. Getting the information you need to help you choose how to invest it is the next step. To reserve your spot for this free seminar at Papado Restaurant in North Dallas, call 972-463-3833, 972-463-3833, or register by logging on to InvestingMakesMeSick.com. All investments involve risk. Investments may be considered speculative and incur substantial fees and expenses borne by the investor. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Titan Securities. InvestingMakesMeSick.com and Titan Securities are not affiliated.
The Good Contractors List is a free service designed to protect you. We meet all of our home service contractors face to face and feel so confident in our final choices that we back their work with a $10,000 guarantee. We go the extra mile in our interview process to make sure that the contractor is not only honest in quality, but able to offer the most affordable and fair rates. For instance, how do you pick who you call for air conditioning? Did you know that the air conditioning industry is commonly known for misdiagnosis and unneeded upselling? The higher their overhead, the more money they need to stay in business. So they flash tempting offers to get their foot in the door, and the sales game is on. The air conditioning companies we choose are simply stable and proven companies that offer the highest quality at fair and honest rates. And to protect you, they've all agreed to do an absolutely free second opinion if you're being told that you have to replace your air conditioning unit. If you need AC or any other type of home service, visit thegoodcontractorslist.com first.
Contractors List.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
It takes a lot of courage to face your own death, but I'm glad I finally did. See, I was putting off getting life insurance to protect my family, even though I knew it was important. Then my neighbor's husband died. I watched her struggle emotionally and financially. It really made me face reality. If my husband died, how would I pay the mortgage, the car payments, or keep up the life the kids and I had? I realized I needed to get us life insurance right away. So I called AIG Direct. In less than 5 minutes, I had a quote. I was shocked at how affordable it is. Just $14 a month for $250,000 of term life coverage. I feel so much better knowing my family has protection.
Call AIG Direct right now for a free no-obligation quote. The call takes less than 5 minutes, and you can save up to 70%. Call now, 1-800-500-0983. That's 1-800-500-0983. 1-800-500-0983.
You're running your business, and we at Wix.com know things can get stressful, but creating your website doesn't have to be. With Wix, you can create a professional website all by yourself. It's easy and free. You don't have to be a programmer. Just drag and drop everything into place. It's your website, your style. Show the world what you can do. Go to Wix.com and create your own stunning website today. It's easy and free.
Your local pharmacist is also a Health Mart pharmacist, and they're not like other pharmacists.
After Mom's surgery, I was overwhelmed, but I was so relieved. Her Health Mart pharmacist was there to help. They explained her medication and even delivered to her house. Mom got the personal service she needed, and I got something even better. Peace of mind.
Visit healthmart.com to find a locally owned Health Mart pharmacy near you. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Now that Rite Aid is part of the Plenty program, Wellness Plus is more rewarding than ever. Why? Because now Wellness Plus with Plenty gives you a second way to save with Plenty Points, which works similar to Plus Up Rewards, only better. Because Plenty Points can be earned in one place and used for savings at Rite Aid, Macy's, AT&T, Exxon and Mobil, and other participating partners. So if you like Plus Ups, you're going to love Plenty Points. Wellness Plus with Plenty. Get your card at Rite Aid today. With us, it's personal.
This is 660 AM. The Answer. Isn't thinking so much more fun than getting yelled at? The Weld Report on 660 AM. The Answer.
Cure International, helping out little kids in Haiti whose feet don't point the right direction. It's called Club Foot. How would you like to help them out in a way that will change their lives and get a free advertising campaign to go with it? Not only helps your heart, but really helps your business as well. I suggest that you listen because Cure International has a little word for you or two coming up in about 20 minutes. Don't miss it here on 660 AM The Answer. What we've been doing here on this Wells Report tonight is we've been talking about the use of power in abject denial of reality. We started out talking about people saying that a police officer should be sundered, not just punished, not just inconvenienced because of a mistake that he apologized for, but should be absolutely disgraced, impoverished, and ruined. We've discussed that a company who has absolutely no dog in the fight would, at the bequest of a community organizing group who has absolutely no clue, but they do know how to use social media to try to ruin one of their neighbors. We do know that there are people with absolutely no clue, A, helping ruin the life of one of their neighbors and running a company that will accommodate them by suspending one of their workers, all without knowing anything about what actually happened or not. We've spent some time talking about people who want to leave this country to go fight and die for the sake of their God and their jihad and their wine and virgins in paradise. And how, in my view, the powers that be stopping them are stupid. Why would you not let a terrorist self-export? Why? Why would you stop them? No, let's throw them in jail so that they can talk somebody else into doing something stupid, like blowing up an 8-year-old in Boston or something. Yeah, let's do that. I am telling you, the abuse of power is rampant, and you don't have to go to Washington to see it. You can go right to McKinney if you want to. How about your neighborhood? Do you live in one of those nice neighborhoods? One of those nice neighborhoods that has a homeowners association? Huh? If you lived in one of those neighborhoods and you happen to notice that one of your neighbors had a family member, or maybe they themselves were crippled, or maybe their mom was living with them and needed a wheelchair, would you go to the HOA and say,
Hey, my neighbor is crapping on the property values of the neighborhood. They just put up a really well-designed wheelchair ramp just so that their crippled grandmother can get up to have a grit or go to the doctor. It's ruining the look of the neighborhood.
would you do that? Vicky says, no, I have a heart. Yeah, I would say no because I had a grandmother in a wheelchair once. She got along just fine until Paul Ryan threw her off her cliff. That was funny. It wasn't crickets. That was funny. So somebody in a neighborhood somewhere decided what they needed to do was put up a wheelchair ramp, and somebody in the HOA, somebody in the neighborhood complained about it to the HOA and let the sparks begin to fly. Michael Broadnax suffered a stroke. His wife became the head of the household. Charlotte Broadnax, completely oblivious to the necessary maintenance of property values in the neighborhood, retrofitted her house with a small ramp so her husband could come home after rehabilitation. What is that? What an idiot. Now, the Homeowners Association for the Woodlands of Copperstone is threatening to sue. We're going to sue you. We're going to sue you for the cost of the wood that it took to build the ramp that allows your husband to come home after rehab. And if you don't pay us, we're going to foreclose on your house and sell it for $65.28. Charlotte Broadnax, in the understatement of the decade, said, I think it's very, very insensitive. Yeah. She received the letter in the mail dated June 1st from Alvin Harris, an attorney representing the Homeowners Association. The association demands that within 14 days of the date of this letter, you remove the wheelchair ramp and restore the exterior of your home. The letter went on to list the consequences the homeowner would face if she didn't meet the demands. The declaration authorizes the association to come onto your property and remove the ramp and charge you with the work. If you force the association to sue you, it will seek a court order and charge the Broadnaxes for attorney's fees. Michael Broadnax, a well-known pastor in the hospital recovering from yet another brain surgery, said, he said, within 14 days, I have to get that ramp down. Within 14 days, my wife has to get that ramp down. His wife said, when he comes home from the hospital, how am I going to get him into the house? I have a solution. In Czechoslovakia, there are troops of acrobats that use teeter boards. And I'm thinking that what you could do is you could get your husband in his wheelchair on the end of one of the teeter boards, and two of the Kolmazov brothers will jump off of a giant ladder onto the other side of the teeter board and propel him up into a second floor window.
Or get the Circus of Light.
The Homeowners Association said no because they have a strict anti-Czechoslovakian rule in the covenants. There isn't a teeter-totter in any of the playgrounds. Have you noticed that HOAs seem to try to work it out so that the neighborhood looks like no one lives there? That's always cracked me up. The nursing home said they were sending her husband home and that she needed a ramp put up. She says she promptly hired a legal contractor and had the ramp installed before the nursing home inspection. I didn't do this to deface my home. My priority was taking care of my husband. The family said the Homeowners Association nor any neighbors ever said anything until the certified letter showed up. My husband always took care of the household needs, so I've been forced to be the head of the household. If I had known I needed to take these steps, I would have done that. In the neighborhood where the Broadnaxes live, there is a television station, Channel 4 in their town, left a message with Gertner and Company, which manages the Homeowners Association. Kathleen Sutherland, Director of Training and Technical Services at Gertner and Company, later sent the following statement.
The governing documents for this community require that all exterior improvements receive prior approval. A letter was sent to the owner regarding the ramp, as no application for approval had been received. Then after that, we did not know the ramp was for the homeowner, Mr. Broadnax. The association would like to work with the owners on the compromise regarding the appearance and location.
By the way, when they tried to get in touch with this woman, or I'm sorry, the attorney Alvin Harris, he was on vacation. I think he was in Acapulco being towed by a speedboat under a large parachute. Hopefully, the seat will break and he'll fall on his head on a coral reef somewhere in Acapulco and come back and need a wheelchair ramp. Then I'll send him a letter about the Kozmalovs brothers in Czechoslovakia and their teeter board way to get into his own house. The Americans with Disabilities Act and the Federal Housing Act both have protections in place to help with accessibility issues for persons with disabilities. Whether they involve, shoving a stroke victim's crutch in an area where property values would be the least concern of somebody in the HOA remains to be seen. Somebody was just talking to me on the Facebook, YouTube, the YouTube live event, said that I was really good with using words to make pictures. Did you see the picture I just made? Bloop. Yeah, so as it turns out, it appears as though the association would now like to work with the Broadnaxes to help that get taken care of. And that is more rare than not. Can you imagine? Check this out. An HOA actually knuckles under. God bless the Broadnaxes. God bless them. And by the way, you can find a picture of this wheelchair ramp. It's really well done. It's a well-crafted ramp. It looks great. It doesn't necessarily match the house. I suppose they could have put a little paint on it to match the house if they really wanted to. But you know, before my mother died, we built a wheelchair ramp so that she could get in and out of the house. She wasn't crippled. She just didn't have the lung capacity to be able to walk out in the sidewalk in their neighborhood. So we'd take her out there. Thankfully, nobody in that HOA complained. Well, at least it's sort of one for our side. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer. Coming up in just a couple of seconds, we're going to tell you how you can have a free advertising campaign on 660 AM The Answer. Don't go anywhere.
If you're turning on the AC for the warm days of spring and it's just not working or not cooling the way it should, time to call Walker Air Conditioning. Hey, Mark Davis. My friends at Walker are a family business, but big enough to cover North Texas with reliable, honorable service for your AC units. No commission salesmen showing up. They're technicians sent to fix your problem at an affordable price. Oh, if it's time for a new unit, they've got all the best brands at all the best prices. But let Walker AC see what you need first with techs who know.
Checking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let me see if I've got this straight. It's a trade deal being. So let me see if I've got this straight. It's a trade deal being negotiated by the President of the United States, who nobody trusts, and being pushed by his political enemies for reasons no one knows. Is that essentially what Obama trade is all about? The Trade Promotion Authority, the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Is that what this is all about? Can someone please explain it to me? I know. Congressman Pete Sessions joins us on the next edition of the Wells Report to do just that. Don't miss that show. Mark Davis, hi. Thanks very much for letting me have this moment on your fine radio broadcast to tell people what's coming up on my favorite. Mark Davis, thanks very much for letting me have this opportunity on your fine radio broadcast to tell people what's coming up on my fine radio broadcast a little bit later on this evening. Specifically, I'm trying to make sense out of a trade deal being negotiated by a president that no one trusts and being promoted by Republicans who haven't told us what the trade bill is. So we want, now let me try this again. I said it so well in the promo. Mark Davis, thanks very much for this opportunity on your fine radio broadcast to tell people what's coming up on my fine radio broadcast later on this evening. We're going to be talking with Congressman Pete Sessions from the Texas 32nd. Hopefully, he's going to be able to explain something that has been plaguing my mind unsolved for these many weeks, specifically Obama trade. What is going on with that? So let me see if I got this straight. We want to pass Trade Promotion Authority and give all of that fast-tracking authority to a president we don't trust, based on an agreement no one has been able to find out anything about. Sounds like a pig in a poke to me. Hopefully, Congressman Sessions can hopefully Congressman Sessions can untangle all of it next time on the Wells Report.
actor, but a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
When our daughter Emma was born, we took a look at our credit card debt. It was not a good situation. We had been running up balances for quite some time, and it became a crisis. Finally, my wife Vicki said, call Trinity.
If you're in debt and you need help, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976 to talk to a certified counselor.
We called them, they contacted all of our creditors, they stopped the collections calls, they got the interest reduced, and they put us on a plan for success.
Trinity will consolidate your bills, stop collections calls, wipe out late fees, reduce your interest, and possibly improve your credit score. You'll save thousands.
We are now completely debt-free, and we will never be in the spot we were again, thanks to Trinity.
If your debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976.
My name is John.
I'm Vicki. And I'm Emma. And we're debt-free for keeps.
That's 1-800-990-6976.
Are you suffering with hearing loss? Are you sick of people constantly complaining that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to speak up? Would you like to hear more clearly, but you don't want to wear a hearing aid that makes you look old? Then you need to try Listen Clear, a life-changing breakthrough precisely designed by top audio engineers to fit your ear almost invisibly. And you can adjust Listen Clear to find the perfect way to hear everything, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And right now you can try Listen Clear absolutely risk-free with free shipping. We'll even give you free batteries for life. So call now, 1-800-507-2955. Listen Clear is lightweight and completely hassle-free, and it's practically invisible. Call for your 100% risk-free home trial with free shipping and free batteries for life. For free information, call now, 1-800-507-2955. That's 1-800-507-2955. 1-800-507-2955.
660 AM. The Answer. Now, the Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells, and there's a group out there called Cure International that could sure use your help. I made a promise to you when I started talking to you on the radio airwaves every single day. I said that if I ever ask you for money, it'd be for a good cause. It'd be because people really need it. And this is another one of those opportunities. Cure International works on fixing clubfoot, a congenital deformity that severely twists the foot downward and inward, making it impossible, or at least incredibly difficult to walk. It is curable. And that's what Cure International does. They want to help the children of Haiti who suffer from this deformity by using your money to give them a shot at a beautifully formed life. Here's the way this works. There are two ways to do it. A $400 donation will completely fund the total cost of treatment for one infant. A $2,800 donation to Cure International this week only, and you will receive a free advertising campaign for your business on 660 AM The Answer. If you ask, I will gladly voice that advertising campaign. Call my dear friend Mike Krejci at 214-561-2164, 214-561-2164. Get started to support Cure International. If you want to donate money for one surgery, go to 660amtheanswer.com or call 855-216-0400. Help these kids out. You'll feel it almost immediately. This is the Wells Report on 660 AM The Answer.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Manzeri, owner of Statewide Remodeling. You know, we've been getting some relief from what is usually the beginning of summer here in Texas. And right behind that, the temperature goes up, and so do your cooling bills. We manufacture our windows to beat the Texas heat. Our fiber core reinforced frames are 9 times stronger than other windows, and our glass has 27% more viewing area. We give you better than triple pane performance at a double pane price. Another thing that separates our window from all competitors is we can match our exterior frame to any color Sherwin-Williams offers. So no plain white windows here or 3 to 4 colors to choose from. And of course, we offer the longest warranty in the industry. It even covers glass breakage and workmanship for as long as you own your home. So if you're ready to see the window that sets the standard in Texas, give us a call. And if you decide it's the one for you, receive 20% off the complete job. The number to call is 888-270-7095. That's 888-270-7095. Or check us out online 24/7 at statewideremodeling.com.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. Got an idea. How about making this the summer of you doing better in the stock market? How does that happen? First step is you show up at the New Venture on Wall Street seminars. They're June 19th and 20th in Addison and Fort Worth. Both locations taken care of, and they'll take care of you at nvows.com. nvows.com. New Venture on Wall Street. Pastor David Mitchell's operation, where he imparts wisdom, strategies, some simple things you can do. They taught me how to get in there and just do some things and not others. Timing is everything. When to buy, when to sell, what to do, what not to do. Get a second income stream, maybe retire earlier. It is fantastic wisdom. The seminars are great. They're fun. They're upbeat. And they're coming up June 19th and 20th in Addison and in Fort Worth. Following weekend in Tyler. To get all the information you need, go to 877-907-TRADE. 877-907-TRADE. nvows.com. New Venture on Wall Street. Do better in the stock market this summer and for the rest of your life. nvows.com. 877-907-TRADE.
Have you ever considered joining the military but stopped because you couldn't deploy to a foreign country? Believe it or not, the state of Texas has its own military force that stands alongside the Texas National Guard, the Texas Air National Guard, and serves only inside the state of Texas. It's called the Texas State Guard. I'm Tech Sergeant John Wells of the 4th Air Wing, and we're looking for you to join us. Give us a call at 877-398-8350. That's 877-398-8350. If you love Texas as much as we do, join the 4th Air Wing of the Texas State Guard.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio. I'm Steve Rappaport. President Obama putting more U.S. troops on the ground in Iraq.
The president and his team are confident that for now, 450 troops are additional military personnel are what is necessary to fulfill this expanded advise and assist and training mission.
White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest. The search for two killers who escaped from an upstate New York prison expands into Vermont.
We've been hand in hand with the Vermont State Police, working to secure the borders. We're just formalizing our arrangement, our agreement. We'll be able to deploy New York State troopers across the Vermont and New York State line should it be required.
Joe D'Amico with the New York State Police. Getting even on the ice.
Final score in the game, Blackhawks 2, Lightning 1, Stephen. The series is tied at 2.
The call on NBC Sports, Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals, Saturday in Tampa. Fox News. We report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer.
Hi, this is Andy Tuttle, host of Tuttle Talk every Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. right here on 660 AM, The Answer. We're in a real estate market where there's a lot of difficulty, but in difficulty, there's a lot of opportunity as well. Buying, selling, avoiding foreclosure, modifying your credit, all these things are so important to your livelihood. This show is dedicated to cutting through some of the big headlines that you see out there and teaching you how to win in any marketplace. Thank you for tuning in to Tuttle Talk every Sunday, 4 p.m. on 660 AM The Answer. I look forward to speaking with you.
The stock market is at record highs, but will it keep going up, or are we due for another major correction? The financial newspapers are reporting that record numbers of major investors are leaving the market. If you're worried about the roller coaster stock market, there are some alternative ways to grow your money and build a solid, predictable retirement. The team at Guardian Financial Management will show you how to grow your money and still sleep well at night. Tune in to Plain Talk, No Worries, Financial Hour each Sunday at 7 a.m. on 660 AM. The Answer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. Got a question for you. Why is your cell phone bill helping Hillary to become president of the United States? Why did your mobile phone bill go to Obama for 2 elections? If you weren't aware this happened, well, let me confirm it for you and offer you a better way. Big Mobile, the companies you're probably paying for your cell phone service, they contribute all across the political spectrum, some over here, some over there. If it's the over there part that's troubling, I can fix that. Let me hook you up with EOS Mobile, EOS. The website is eoscell.com, EOSCELL.com, and it's a local company. But wait, you're going to save 10 to 15%, and the network service is going to be the same, and you're going to have a fantastic phone selection, same phones, same service, better price, and conservative causes. Let's make the switch today. But Mark, you may say, I'm already tied up in my existing plan. Well, they will buy you out of your current contract. EOScell.com. Check them out. EOS, EOSCELL.com, and they're local too. EOScell, EOSCELL.com.
I'm John Hill, founder of the Good Contractors List, and this is the Good Contractors List Word of the Month. Next month, we're celebrating Independence Day. When the fireworks go off this year, I want you to think about one thing: how Jesus freed us from the power of sin. The day you surrendered your life to Jesus and accepted his free gift, you were made independent from sin and became dependent on him as your righteousness. I want you to assign a sin to every explosion. Boom! There goes that failure. Boom! There goes that shortcoming. Boom! There goes the sin that'll happen tomorrow. Those of us who put our faith in Jesus as our only righteousness has reason to really celebrate. You live on a fallen planet and you war against your old nature. But the truth is, your old nature and this planet has no rule over you. For the one that the Son has made free is free indeed. I'm John Hill, founder of the Good Contractors List.
The word of the month has been brought to you by thegoodcontractorslist.com.
Dentist office, may I help you?
Hi, I'd like to cancel my teeth whitening appointment.
Oh, may I ask why?
I found a teeth whitener that works in 5 minutes that I can do from home.
Can I ask what it is?
It's called Power Swabs, and it whitens your teeth in 5 minutes, doesn't leave my teeth feeling sensitive, and it's a lot less expensive than visiting the dentist.
Hi, I'm John Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. And if you want to whiten your teeth 2 shades in 5 minutes and 6 shades in 7 days, then try Power Swabs. There's no messy strips or trays that you'll have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth and you're done. It removes stains on natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. Try Power Swabs risk-free by calling 1-800-281-4037. That's 1-800-281-4037. I guarantee your friends and coworkers will be wowed by your new white smile. Try it risk-free and get free shipping and handling today. Dial 1-800-281-4037. That's 1-800-281-4037.
Hey everybody, Mark Davis for my friends at Viascan of Las Colinas. We're always concerned about heart disease and cancer, and we should be. You ever hear those stories about the first sign that somebody had of heart problems when they died of a heart attack? The first evidence of any kind of cancer was after it was too big to be operable. Early detection is everything. Information is power, and honestly, sometimes information is survival. This is what Viascan of Las Colinas is all about. Viascan of Las Colinas. My friend John Duncan and the gang with the body scan, the well-view scan, they call it, all the vital organs there between the shoulder and the pelvis, making sure there's no heart plaques or blockages, no little cancer spots that could rise up and take you down. This is affordable, preventive healthcare. It is not uncomfortable. It is not claustrophobic. It's fantastic. I love it, and I love the information. It's good to know what's going on inside your body. Be Viascan certain. 972-739-2840, 972-739-2840, or just Google Viascan.
Your local pharmacist is also a Health Mart pharmacist, and they're not like other pharmacists.
After Mom's surgery, I was overwhelmed, but I was so relieved. Her Health Mart pharmacist was there to help. They explained her medication and even delivered to her house. Mom got the personal service she needed, and I got something even better. Peace of mind.
Visit healthmart.com to find a locally owned Health Mart pharmacy near you. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. So is it time for you to start saving up for a brand new house appliance? Yeah, you've got your dishwasher, you got your oven, you got your stove, you got your washing machine, you got your dryer, you've got your refrigerator. But do you need something else? Do you need a robot? How about this? How about instead of working with an apprentice that may or may not show up to work again, how about if you have a robot helping you out? Wired.co.uk talks about an ambitious robotics project that combines artificial intelligence, machine learning, which, by the way, is artificial intelligence, and advanced sensors to understand and assist humans in real time. The second-hand humanoid being developed for online supermarket Ocado could soon be helping factory engineers fix mechanical faults and even learn on the job. The robot will be completely autonomous. It should be able to help with everything from fetching tools to holding objects, even assisting with cleaning and engineering tasks. They're not kidding. This is really interesting. This is from wired.co.uk. The project is a collaboration between the technology arm of the online supermarket, Ocado, and 4 universities across the European Union. The robotics team at Ocado Technology, that's Ocado Technology, believe it could become the most advanced assistive robot in the world. Second hands will use 3D vision to see both depth and color, with artificial intelligence allowing it to learn by example and respond to its surroundings. Once trained in a series of basic tasks, the robot should be able to increase its own intelligence and act independently. Second hands will also be able to understand natural speech, allowing it to respond to voice commands. Graham Deacon, who is the robotics research team leader of Ocado Technology, says this. He says, quote, "We want our technicians to be able to rely on these robots. In order to operate in a factory designed for humans, second hands will be based heavily on human morphology. Early versions might operate on wheels, but in the future, robots could move around on tank tracks or even legs. It could also have extra abilities such as telescopic arms to make it more useful as an assistant." Are we talking about Inspector Gadget? That's what we're talking about, right? Go, go, Gadget arms. The robot will be flexible enough to work easily alongside humans with torque-controlled arms, anthropomorphic hands, and a bendable torso. The robot will eventually be put to work alongside engineers at Ocado's vast logistics factories in the UK, which handle more than 167,000 orders per week. When something goes wrong with a When something goes wrong with a mechanical component, you try saying mechanical component. Second hands will help engineers carry out repairs quickly and safely. Could also operate in areas too dangerous for humans, examining high-speed conveyors at close quarters, handling toxic materials. The EU is funding the project to the tune of €7 million. Wow. That's a part of its Horizon 2020 initiative to encourage researchers to work more closely with industry partners. As well as coordinating and contributing to the research, Ocado will also be the end user, with the robots designed specifically for its factories. If the project is successful, the team at Ocado can certainly, or they're hopefully, will find work for these robots elsewhere. It's like all of a sudden, I'm in a not Will Ferrell, in a Will Smith movie. iRobot, remember? The first second-hands prototype will be operational at an Ocado testing facility in 18 months. It's hoped the final version will be assisting engineers in factories by 2020. Unlike current collaborative and assistive robots, such as those competing in a recent DARPA challenge, Ocado says second hands will work just as quickly as a human. Oh, this is good. The big challenge is to get the robot proactively to do stuff, understanding where it is in the task, and then doing something useful, said Graham Deacon. Really? Ocado Technology's robotics research team tells Wired Company UK, that's wired.co.uk, that DARPA is a bit like watching paint dry as the robots slowly perform simple tasks. We want our technicians to be able to rely on these robots. These robots have got to work in real time and respond in the right time frames and be something the technologies and the technicians feel comfortable relying on. Would you be comfortable with a robot assistant? I mean, something more sophisticated than a Roomba? I don't know. Would it be kind of spooky to see a machine thinking? It would, right? It would be just a little bit spooky to see. And by the way, let me ask you this question. Would robots swear? Let's say, for example, it hits itself on its thumb with a hammer. Would it go, "Aw, crap"? I'm just asking. By the way, did you see that Honda robot years ago? That sucker could walk, right? And it looked kind of weird doing it, but it did look surprisingly natural. This is very spooky. Do you feel spooky about this? Is there something in the back of your mind saying, "No, don't do it. Stop"? It sure is for me. I'll tell you why in a minute. So they want the technicians to be able to rely on the robots. They want the robots to learn by doing. They want the robots to be able to figure out what's next. They want robots to be able to understand the task that they're involved in and anticipate what they should do before it's necessary for them to do it. No longer would these critters be high-speed idiots that only did what you told them to do. No thanks, we'll figure it out on our own. And how long will it be before some snot-nosed robot thinks it knows more about something than you do? Arguably, that's what Vicky, our executive producer, says about me nearly every day. So here's the interesting thing about this. You've got one secondhand robot, right? And it hammers itself in the thumb and it says, "Aw, crap." What it does is it phones home through cell phone connection, talks to the main server, gives a report of what happened. The main server sends all the data out to all the other secondhand robots, and they all learn at the same time not to hit themselves in the hand with a hammer. Now are you starting to get creeped out a little bit? Secondhand's potential for high-level reasoning, Deacon explains, is the work of an artificial intelligence unit. Software will help the robot construct a vast knowledge base around the task it carries out and then understand how it can be applied to other problems. In this sense, the robot will learn on the job. The structure of secondhands will be based on the next generation Armar robot developed at the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology in Germany. Ocado will work on the software side with the specialty of vision-based grasping and manipulation. Isn't it typical that some corporation that sells something for a living would specialize in grasping and manipulation? Additional research into artificial intelligence and contextual understanding is being undertaken at the University College London, La Sapienza University of Rome, and École Polytechnique Fédérale de Lausanne in Switzerland. As it keeps learning, it will become more useful, says Alex Harvey. The aim of the project is to create a robotic assistant that doesn't require human input, but understands what it needs to do based on its own understanding and intelligence. In other words, it's your little buddy. Imagine Gilligan with a higher IQ. Oh, yeah. Did I mention that? Yeah, it's only going to be a matter of time before these things are thinking faster than you and coming up with solutions faster than you. How long will it be before they can move faster than you? How long will it be before they can move faster, farther, and longer than you? As it learns its way around, when is it going to learn that it can do things without you a lot easier than it can do things with you? And more importantly, and perhaps the most important question, will you name your new robot Hal? I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that. We would expect the robots to be able to track what the engineer is doing, understand the task the engineer is trying to perform, then synthetically understand its own capabilities as a robot to proactively offer assistance. In one example, the robot would be able to understand that an engineer is climbing a ladder, would need help holding a safety guard once it had been removed. Having seen and understood how this task is performed, second hands would then be able to apply its knowledge to other tasks without being told how. For it to be truly useful, it has to have a base capacity, and it has to be able to learn on the job. It has to be able to get better. And as it keeps learning, it will become more useful. If second hands existed today, it would not be stretching the truth to say it would be the most advanced assistive robot in the world. In 5 years, someone might be able to do something similar, but if it were to exist today, it would be the most advanced robot of its time. Could you see yourself owning one? This is the Wells Report.
Americans now see how President Obama wants to fundamentally transform America, and dozens of presidential hopefuls are talking about their visions for our future. Well, this Sunday on my show, we'll talk with Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, NCPA president, brave, veteran, outspoken conservative, about his views on the top issues facing America. This is Debbie Georgatos, and Ladies Can We Talk? We talk truth about America. Tune in every Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Hi, this is Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor. I'd like for you to join me on my talk show this weekend. What I do is teach people how to go the natural, organic route. I stir up trouble, too, because I throw out some things that a lot of people just don't think are correct. You know what? We have a lot of experience to back up what we recommend. Have healthier gardens and more fun gardening. Join me this and every weekend.
Join Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, every Sunday morning from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
There's nothing like foundations in the springtime. Oh, it's a time of change. Hey, Mark Davis from my friends at Abacus Foundation Repair. And with drought and then moisture and then cold and then warm temperatures, your foundations are moving and grooving. You got cracks in the sheetrock and doors that are sticking and all kinds of problems. You want someone who's going to solve them reliably. Call my friends at Abacus Foundation Repair. They've done stuff for me, and you will love how they put somebody on site for your entire foundation repair. They're the only people with Millennium composite pilings. You're going to get a warranty that you can hand down to other homeowners. It's peace of mind and security for your foundation repair. 972-406-9000. 972-406-9000 or abacusfoundationrepair.com. Don't be one of those homeowners that says, oh, I wish I'd called a better company. Call the best company right now. Abacus Foundation Repair. 972-406-9000. 972-406-9000 or Abacus, ABACUS, abacusfoundationrepair.com.
In national financial news, a limited number of 2015 U.S. Silver Eagle dollars are now available at an introductory price too low to reveal on the radio. In a moment, we'll provide the toll-free number to call. The Silver Eagle is the largest and purest U.S. silver dollar ever struck. 1 ounce of pure silver, and is the only silver coin guaranteed by the U.S. government for its weight and purity. Over the years, the Silver Eagle has been one of the world's most popular and widely collected silver coins. From time to time, the U.S. Mint has even suspended production during periods of exceptionally high demand. Demand for the 2015 Silver Eagle is expected to be intense, especially at this shockingly low introductory price, forcing a strict limit of just 10 per household. To claim a share of these Silver Eagles and receive a free collector's guide, interested individuals are encouraged to call now. 1-800-500-6706. 1-800-500-6706. 1-800-500-6706.
Hey, when choosing a financial advisor, outstanding reputation, decades of experience, and a successful track record are very important. The good news is I have someone I would like for you to meet. Hey, Sean Hannity here for my friend Bob Guess at Texas First Financial. Now, Bob Guess is an author, a speaker, an educator who has taught at SMU and other prestigious campuses in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Now, with his experience and the help of his team, Bob's clients earn a 9% return on their investments. That's a 9% return backed 100% by hard assets and no market volatility. Now it's time you placed your investments with one of Texas Monthly's top advisors. Now I know attractive, predictable, stable returns on your investments are important to you. Call Bob and his team today at 972-570-4444. That's 972-570-4444 for 9% returns and no market risk. Now make sure you check him out yourself. Tell him Sean Hannity sent you.
This plan is not insurance and does not meet minimum credible coverage requirements under the Affordable Care Act. This discount card program contains a 30-day cancellation and refund period. Administrator and benefits limited, Dallas, Texas, not available in all states.
Are your medical expenses and insurance costs out of control? There's a way to pay less for the health care you need. Real Med